Welcome, everybody. Thank you guys for coming and tuning in to another segment of Collectible Verses Community Edition, where your voice matters. This time we have up is not Sideshow versus XM, but it's Sideshow versus TweeterHead. The Joker, the what do they call him? The clown prince of crime, something like that. Is that the right character? No, I'm just playing.
Yeah.
Personally, before we get started, I'll have to say this quick feedback. I think Joker is by far the probably the greatest, one of the greatest villains of all time. Like, there's no debating that he isn't top three. I mean, you could obviously say like Darth Vader. Some people will say like Thanos, something like that. But like Joker has to be in your top three. I would say never lower than top five. I mean, is that fair to say, Buck? Across all IPs, top five? He's like Frieza, Majin Buu, Cell, Android 17.
Hey, you said it, I didn't.
Hey, and for the real fans out there, I said Gary Ketchum, Gary Owens from Pallet Town.
Hey, I know Brent is hating on them right now.
Definitely, man. Shout out to Brenton Palmer, man. AKA Brenton T'Challa, but that's another story, man. Let's go ahead and get right into it.
Is, why hasn't Gotham? Okay, so Batman captures him. Why hasn't Gotham like executed him already? Electric chair, put that man like to death. Why you keep sending him to the asylum?
Batman doesn't.
Hey, Batman doesn't have to be part of this equation. The city itself has him in custody, and after all he's done, I mean, come on, kill him. Just the death penalty. You know what I'm saying?
No, but see, that's the thing. Batman doesn't kill his victims.
It's not Batman is killing. It's the city. The city kills criminals all the time. Death penalty.
Oh man, let's get into this, man. Let's get into this. For those of you guys who don't know what they look like, the Joker from Sideshow and TweeterHead. We're gonna go ahead and break this all down for you guys. Let's pull up you guys' votes on both the YouTube community tab as well as the Facebook group, Cashing Out Collectible Community, and hear what you guys got to say. First off, before we even get started, I'm going with Sideshow for the win. Who you got, Buck?
I'm going with Sideshow for this one.
Wow, so we're both on the same page. That's crazy. I didn't know that. Okay. So we'll get into the pictures in a little bit here, but I'm gonna pull up the YouTube tab first and see what you guys had to say on YouTube. Let me go ahead and make this just a tad bigger, if I will. So on YouTube here, I was basically saying, look, guys. So we got one coming in from $640 and the other one at $12.55. So that's already basically saying Sideshow, I can get two for the price of one. I mean, essentially. Now check this out. It gets even better though. Y'all know I love Daniel Bell. Shout out to his Flash, his Bane, his Silver Surfer, his Doom, his Doom. I love Daniel Bell. We got Daniel Bell up against Guillermo Barberio. I probably butchered the last name, but whatever. We got Daniel Bell versus him. So first of all, when it comes to the sculptor, who do you think is better, Buck? Let's get that out the way.
That's nah. You know, it's all about who's doing work like that I like.
Nah, Buck is a question with an easy answer. You only have two words: Daniel Bell or Guillermo Barberio. I mean, all this other stuff we're going. What's it gonna be, man?
Hey, the answer is more complicated than that. I like both of them sometimes, and it also depends on the art direction they're getting, right? Who's supervising them, or if they're like the one who just gets free reign over the project, and they're not really getting much.
That's what I'm saying.
Oversight. So I say this: if you put a lot of oversight over Guillermo, like he's a heavy hitter. If you put a lot of oversight, I feel like with the oversight of Sideshow right now, depending some of the restrictions they might get, I think it actually sometimes it can hold Daniel Bell back.
It can, which is the reason why I love his Carnage and I love his Silver Surfer, because there's no exclusives. Now people will say, "What do you mean? Nova was the exclusive." There's no swap out exclusive, and he talked about that he doesn't like swap out exclusives, and I agree because there's no seam lines. If you look at Mike, what was he saying? Da Vinci and all those other people who was creating the sculptures or whatever, whoever the heck it was, there are no exclusives. And when I really think about it, for certain statues, that's absolutely right, man. But digging down to what the community was saying, first of all, 64%, 64 votes on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for voting. 59% said TweeterHead, while 41% said Sideshow.
So
I'm
many
under
wrong
the
people.
impression people said TweeterHead more because it's thrown. It's all these Easter eggs on the base and this, and that's what I think. I think the way Joker is so sadistic on sideshows, I don't think it's gravitated towards a lot of people like that besides myself. Could be wrong.
Yeah, I think both statues are like doing something different. You know,
Yeah.
there's a lot more whimsy in
Yeah.
the first one. It's not exactly scary as a Joker when Joker's being funny,
Right.
and the one at the bottom, there's something just
Hey,
diabolical.
I'm a man now, okay? I want my Joker, I want my Joker just no, it's fine. No, man, but getting into these comments, we got Mojo Potato. As much as I love Daniel Bell's sculpt, I prefer the TweeterHead one. The portrait, pose, and the base really does it for me. Okay. I mean I knew people was gonna say that about the base, but then John Smith says the TweeterHead piece is the definitive Joker in this poll, in my opinion, but the base is costly. I told you, Buck, that's what people are gonna go for. The all the Easter eggs, man. Uh Cab Dodoso. But I butchered that, and I am so sorry. I'm a Cab, man. My guy Cab. Do sideshow. Bigger isn't always better. Sideshow is art. Tweeterhead's over complicated mess. See, I don't necessarily think I agree with it's overcomplicated. I just don't understand the price on it. I don't see why it has to be almost $1,300. I mean, I saw that it's supposed to be like really massive, but I could have felt like maybe 1,000, just a tad cheaper. Um, and next up, we got Jelena. Sideshow is more dynamic and more evil, plus double price down. But best option is to get them both. They are so different. Ooh, these comments is crazy right now, Buck. Evan, I say TweeterHead, but it depends on what you're going for. Either an amazing classic style Joker or a more horror take. Thank you. Dan the Collector, like the overall sculpt and head sculpt on Twitter. Okay. What's that? Demonic? Demonic? Twitter, better, but price difference is too much, so sideshow. Oh, our very own Buck Fangs. Daniel Bell. What's up, Buck? No, nah. But this is all
Oh
from the
man.
YouTube tab up here on the community side. So thank you guys so much for voting on here. In a bit, I'm going to show you guys the Facebook side. But you guys' votes have basically said TweeterHead. And from the looks of the YouTube community, it looks like you guys are essentially saying that TweeterHead overall is most people's pick just due to everything you're getting. And then the few people that are saying Sideshow, it's basically because the price is just a better price. Is that your takeaway from it as well, dude?
I feel like that price is a big factor for a lot of people.
Yeah.
But then for some, it's just you're getting is again, it's a different kind of take on the character for me. Each one, one is like a bit more disheveled and messed up. The other one is like a more clean cut. His hair is less messy and the
Yeah.
Peter had, and it's just one is more serious and like I guess it's more about the tone in terms when I say serious. One has a darker tone and the other one is more lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. Is there any Easter egg or anything on this statue that for yourself you don't like, you don't prefer, or
Uh, so I wish there was.
like do you like the paint on this statue? Because for me the
I like
paint
the
isn't
paint.
bad.
The paint is
Yeah.
good. The paint is good. This kind of falls apart for me with the money bags on the base.
See if I can zoom
I
in.
don't. I'm not too convinced by them.
Doesn't that seem kind of more like movie, like the Heath
Dark
Ledger
Knight.
scene?
Yeah,
Yeah,
possibly could be inspired by that to an extent. But
could
like,
be.
there's just different things in terms of like texturing and the way it's approached that I'm maybe not too fond of. The Joker itself, I really like.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, but
yeah.
generally, I'm not really the kind to opt for the statue where the character's sitting down.
So question for you: do you feel like a piece that's a throne piece? Do you feel like every throne has to have this many Easter eggs? Has to, because like a part of me is like, well, why would a chair be sitting on top of bags of money with gasoline flowing on it? But then it's Joker, so it makes sense because it's Joker. Um, I like the statue overall, like I really do. And at the end, I will actually tell you guys which one of these two, or if any, I decided to pick up. But I really do like it. I like the. I think most importantly, I like the Batman cape. You know, it's stuck between like a regular steak knife or two steak knives, and you have the crow there. I really do like that touch on it. I think it looks really good. So for me, that's something that I do really like. But to pull up the Daniel Bell's version, the better version, I love everything about this statue here. For me, let me see if I can get a better picture here. The base, it starts at the base for me. This reminds me of like the Funhouse scenes, the Joker toxins, all that stuff from the animated series and any animated movie that you've ever watched with the Joker in it, or even the one with what's his name, Jack, with Jack. Um, like all this reminds me of just that. So for me, the base it seems more compact, but it's kind of like the Bane base where it's really compact, but you're getting this amazing statue from an anatomy standpoint of what you're seeing. Again, the paint on this I like. It's not as clean as TweeterHead. It's more dirty, more like like grit, But I
Grunge.
really do. I really love like look at the socks, the shoes, the details in that like the creases and stuff. And it's crazy that I just said creases because I was talking to you about a custom statue actually with the DC piece with no creases and no grooves into the suit. And being able to see this Joker have this on the pants leg, it does make sense in terms of what a suit should actually kind of look like a little bit more. You know what I mean?
Mhm. I'll say this about the suit though, like all the folds, spectacular. They look really
Yeah,
cool. Like they're
yeah.
in the right places. It feels. The thing that doesn't work for me is the texture, like the fabric texture. Like, what kind of suit material is this? Can you go to the store and buy something that looks like this? It doesn't. This looks like it's a burlap sack or something.
First of all, I'm pretty sure Joker isn't buying anything.
Can you go to the store and steal a suit like this? Like, you know,
Oh,
it
allegedly, no,
do-
I just went.
the material doesn't look right. It looks like maybe some kind of brown paper bag, burlap sack texture, and that doesn't seem right for like a
Yeah,
suit. It just doesn't work for me. I think that's the biggest like flop for this suit. Otherwise, everything else is working really well for me. I like the suit design. I like the tailoring, the way it fits on Joker's body. You can see like he's a skinny guy, and like the clothes are the way they like hug his frame, and you get the folds. You see where he's twisting his body, and like you get that pinch in the fabric, and it's all coming to that point where his body like meets like his ribcage is pinching against his pelvis, and it's a very nice dynamic pose. You got the stretch on one side, and yeah, the compression on the other, and it's just working well. It has a nice contrapposto.
What do you think about the blood? Because if you remember from the Daniel Bell's Bane, he also had blood on his knuckles and elbows. So it's
Mm-hmm.
something that they're starting to kind of throw in there a little bit more. And obviously Joker has this on the crowbar, his glove, a little bit of staining on the cards. And I
Mm-hmm.
love in here that they threw in those extra things. So you're still getting the crowbar just like the TweeterHead. You're still getting the cards. And then even if you like go even farther, you're even getting this inside of his hand that I don't think you're getting that on the TweeterHead. And like, look at that face, dude. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the face. Like everything we're seeing in here.
And then the gloves themselves, even you can see the seams in the glove,
Man, come on, man.
and
Look at the stitching. Look at the stitching on the gloves, man.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Like, that's crazy, dude. Like that's crazy. I love this statue, man. I really do.
I do
Um,
like that touch.
yeah,
The cool thing you can see that they're doing is like they are showing like, so he has a couple tricks like
yeah,
the cards up his sleeve, and he's
right.
got the joy buzzer, and there's something about it where like he's clearly playing coy, but the tricks are so obviously like, they're just obvious. Like, show the cards again. I can't remember what cards were those. um
Let me see here real
and it's
quick.
it's up his sleeve.
Oh, okay. Let me go back to that really quick here. Up his sleeve.
I think I noticed.
Let's gonna get back to it. Sorry, guys. About to be a bunch of photos. Let's see here. Oh, just a Joker card and an ace.
Yeah,
It's a Joker followed by ace. Yeah,
he's got
nice.
all the good cards, so he can
Hey,
cheat. So,
has to, bro. Has
so,
to.
so he can
But
cheat, right? And that's like another part of like what the whole statue's about.
no doubt, man. Last but not least, the Facebook group, the Cashing Out Collecting Community group. We got 34 votes on here. 67% of the Cashing Out Collecting Community group says Tweeterhead Joker by Guillermo Barbera. And 33% say Sideshow Joker with Daniel Bell. And just to look at a couple of the comments real quick here, Rome Raw, shut up my guy, says Tweeterhead. Mock Collectibles, aka Alfred Glitchcock, who was on the Cashing Out show. Shout out to you, dude. Says definitely Sideshow. The Tweeterhead one looks good too, but it's a bit too boring for my taste. Wow, I've never heard anybody say that. That's crazy. The Pose on the Sideshow one is a lot better option. Never heard nobody say the Tweeterhead one was boring, so that's crazy. That's definitely crazy. Joe Glacier says the Tweeterhead piece is a traditional Joker, and its base is spectacular and full of fan service. The Sideshow piece isn't fully traditional, but it's not an extreme departure. The details on the sculpt are amazing. If I didn't already have the Tweeterhead piece on pre-order, I would more certainly get the Sideshow piece, a narrow win for Tweeterhead. And just to look at the one last comment here, we got our guy Matt says Tweeterhead. Let's see here. And Britton says, I know. Britton says, I'd recommend the Tweeterhead Joker. It looks like the most ideal version of Joker that I recognize. The Sideshow Bell Joker has some artistic freedoms that I don't care for. For example, the Wolverine style hair. The pose Joker is in, it's awkward. I would say the base is lacking on it as well if you compare it to the Easter egg filled throne from Tweeterhead is providing us. And shout out DC and Marvel Collector. Says despite price difference, it's Tweeterhead and it's not even close. Wow. So just to go back up here real quick, that is crazy. That is crazy. So you guys are like, yeah, you guys are. I didn't expect this with this round, Buck. Like, what did you think, man?
It's a landslide for Cedarhead. I'm not surprised.
I was surprised. Like, I really was, because people generally like Daniel Bell, and it's half off.
It's not about the sculptor. It's about the piece in the end, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
it's what do people want to? What do people appreciate here? I feel like there's a craze for Thrones, where people really like that, and
Yep.
then it's just like Brenton was saying. In the end, there's more of a classic look to the Joker that is on the is on a chair.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, this hairstyle for Joker, it's messy, but if you think about the animated series, kind of similar.
Exactly.
Kind of similar,
Exactly.
If you go back to that, and a lot of people identify with that version of the character.
Yeah.
And I'd say, like, in terms of like behavior, and I'd say the TweeterHead Joker aligns more with that Joker in terms of like the whimsical, like not necessarily. Is more like funny and giving no care in the world, kind of, versus like murderous intent and like just downright creepy and evil.
Right. Yeah. And to say this last comment before we get out of here, what I actually had TweeterHead Joker on Throne on pre-order. What I actually did yesterday, if I'm not mistaken, it was either Wednesday or Thursday. I canceled it actually. I canceled the pre-order. And I'm not going to pre-order the Daniel Bell's version, but once it comes out, I'm just going to order it at that time and snag it at that time. I think the ES is going to be a little higher on this one, to be honest. I think it's probably going to be like 2,500 or 3,500. It'll be one of those two. So I don't see and there's no EX. I just don't see there's like a need to rush out and get it. Plus, you could possibly get it from a different retailer or distributor that will be able to give you a discount on it as well. So that's probably what I'll end up doing to get that piece a little bit cheaper and at that point in time. But I chose Sideshow for my collection. I feel like it was the best bang for my buck, as well as I really do love it. So that's what I did. If you guys have any other characters that you guys want to see thrown up there for the verses, leave them in the comment section down below. I'll throw them in the Facebook group, Cashing Out Collecting Community. I'll also throw it in the YouTube tab and the community tab, and you guys will be able to vote there. Appreciate you guys. Go ahead and follow this group. I think that's awesome. We actually had a new person come over to the group, shared a couple pictures in there, so I definitely appreciate that. And last but not least, we do have a 900 subscriber giveaway going. That video will be linked at the end of this video. Watch that video, as well as this video in the description tab. We'll show you how you can enter into the giveaway. Once we hit 900 subs, we'll go live. We'll do a giveaway. We'll pick the winner, and that winner will get an Incredible Hulk Volume 1, Mighty Master Marvel Mighty Works, as well as Volume 2 from Stan Lee, Steve Ditko, and Jack Kirby, as well as the Incredible Hulk art print as well to match it. So 3 gifts going away to 1 lucky person. Can't thank you guys enough. And Buck Fangs, is there any last words, my guy?
This community needs to do better. Have better taste.
Wow. Dude, I wish I had a Dragon Ball Z clip to get us out of here. I actually don't, but I will do better, and I'll get us out with a Dragon Ball Z clip next time. But if you don't have a Dragon Ball Z clip, we all know there's one that's even better. Let's go. Peace out, guys. Cash out.
Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
Put some cash in your life. Put some cash in your life.